Yeah, so that following day, we're still on cloud nine, obviously. We spent the night with the baby. We're, super duper happy. And I just had plans on like vlogging so much stuff. I had plans on putting up pictures, like of taking pictures of her, of doing all type of stuff. So my doctor actually that delivered Kenzie came in to check on us. So we're having conversations with her. I took a picture with her and Justin. It was just so cute. I was so happy. Then a nurse comes in, pokes her head in, and she basically just says,
Hey, so about that thing, yeah, it came back positive.
I don't even know what she's talking about. Like, I literally have no idea what she's talking about. I look at Troy's looking at me, and we're just like, okay. So then she runs out. We just see her back, and she bolts. So we're like, okay. Then she comes back in, like,
Do you guys have masks? Like, I'm gonna give you guys some masks.
so we're just like, now it's kind of, and I'm holding the baby, so now it's like kind of clicking. I was like, is she talking about like COVID? Is that what she's talking about right now? And then she's
like, yeah, I'm so sorry about the bad news, but like, yeah.
So I'm like, what? I was like, no. First of all, that can't be what it is because nobody would tell you some news like that. Like nobody would do that. So I'm talking to her. He's like, nah, she didn't just do it like that. So I'm like, right? Like, nah, she must be talking about something else. Like, that's crazy. So then, so we're trying to like get it together. I start to cry uncontrollably because I'm like, that happens prior to somebody we know, somebody I know, it gave birth and has a COVID baby, and she's having problems breathing. She can't be around her mother that has cancer, like all type of stuff. My mom is 60 plus. My sister has asthma. Like, I can't get that. Like, it's like, nah, I don't have time for it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't receive that at all. So then, and so I'm crying. I'm like, so somebody needs to come in and talk to us and tell us something. You know what I mean? Because this is ridiculous. Like, that was crazy. You don't just, that's like telling somebody cancel, like, hey, I can't, that thing that we tested you for, yeah, it came back positive. It runs? Like, what are you talking about? I just thought there'd be like a different protocol or something. So, and mind you, I'm asymptomatic. Like, there was no form of, there's just no way. So I'm just like, no, this just can't be right. So now I'm crying. I can't even believe it. That means, like, I'm just putting things into perspective. I'm worried about my family because I've been around them. I'm worried for my husband. I'm worried for the baby. What does that mean for breastfeeding? What does that mean? Like, what happens now? You know what I mean? Like, I am confused. We just need some answers. So, where I finally try to calm down, and then there is a nurse. We can hear a nurse on the outside of the room, and she's like, and you can hear her loud and clear. She's like, "Okay, guys, going in," and then comes in with full PPE, which is fine. It's like, it's fine. I don't expect you not to come in fully, you know what I mean? But whatever. She comes in and she's like, hey, yeah, we need to get you guys to move rooms, blah, blah, blah. We're like, hold on. Like, we have to ask you guys some questions. Like, what the hell is going on? What does this mean for me? What does it mean for him? What does this mean for the baby? What does this mean? You know what I mean? She's just like, oh, she's like, oh, we're going to have you talk to a doctor. I can't really answer those questions right now because we had a lot. And then, so now we're kind of feel defeated. You know, I'm still like in shock, clearly. And she's like, okay, so let's pack. And we're just like, she's like, do you have any other questions? And we're like, yeah, we have questions, but you just said you couldn't answer them. So go get somebody that can answer them. Like, and then we can move. Like, what are you talking about right now? Like, I have bad questions. Like, this is my life right now. So yeah, like, she's like, oh, okay. So I guess they took that as we're not leaving. And I wasn't even upset. I was just shocked that she couldn't answer my questions or anything I had to say for that matter. Like, about anything. All she wanted to do was move us. And it's just like, okay, you can move us, but we like, this is shocking news. Like, this is a global pandemic that's killed millions of people, and you just told me I have it. So, like, aren't I supposed to have questions? Shouldn't you? Like, come on, son. Like, this is crazy. So, they got my doctor on the phone, the doctor that I like, the one that delivered Kenzie. So she was like, yeah, listen, it's like, she's like, she's like, if you're asymptomatic or something like that. So, which is really good if you don't have symptoms so far. You probably had it. Usually it takes like 5 days for it to like start to, for you to test positive, and yeah, so it takes like 5 days for you to test positive. And sorry, I'm getting emotional because that was just messed up. They didn't need to do me like that. Anyway. I was really scared for the baby and everybody. And they were just so mean. They didn't care. They didn't care about my feelings, about how they just didn't care. That's just messed up. I'll be right back. Okay, so then basically what they told me to do next was just like that you have to quarantine for 10 days, and basically that's it. Like, I didn't have any symptoms, so it's not like I had to take cold and flu medicine to, I didn't have any symptoms, so they were just like, you have to quarantine and basically stay away from anybody for that amount of time. And then if you're asymptomatic by that time, then that means you can't pass the virus anymore. So, oh man, I didn't expect to feel this way. Sorry, guys. But it's just so scary because now I have to tell my family, tell everybody. Luckily, I hadn't been around anybody. Look, I don't go nowhere. Like, I'm always, if you know me, you know I'm always home. You know what I mean? So, but if I had been around people, I had to tell them too. Like, they have to get tested. So my sister had gotten tested. My mother had gotten tested, and my husband had gotten tested, and they all came back negative. Thank God. Like, but just the what if is so scary. And I think that's the part that makes me really emotional. Whew, sorry. That's the part that gets me really emotional because I couldn't spend Christmas. I couldn't spend Christmas with my family. I had to do it over the phone. And my daughter was next door, so that was good. My mom was so close to me, so it was fine. I don't think I can be able to get through this without crying. So long story short, they treated us like crap. Like, they just treated us bad when we were in there. And it was just messed up. But everyone came back negative, which is really kind of crazy because I share bodily fluids with my husband. Like, hello. And he's negative, and so is everybody else, which is just such a blessing. But it's just crazy. So my daughter stayed over there for quite a while, till we can be around her, and it was fine. Everything about it was fine. But yeah. So that was that. It was hard for me to. Obviously, it's hard for me to even talk about it. Like, never, let alone go through it. And I was not in a good headspace. Because I was so worried about, like, me potentially falling sick, needing a ventilator, and then dying and not even getting to see my kids. So, that was hard. I didn't take my placenta home. I had plans on encapsulating my placenta and doing all types of stuff with it, and I couldn't take it home because it was biohazardous or whatever, and I couldn't take it, which I'm still pretty sad about, actually. But hold up, look at me crying and look at my lashes just still staying on that motherfucker. Okay, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. So I think they're lying. Like, I just think that they're lying. I think it was a false positive. But I'm going to get tested again. They said I shouldn't because they're like, yo, you can probably test positive for like the next 5 weeks. But I doubt that. I just haven't really left the house. So I haven't gotten a test yet. But I finally saw my family. My baby's finally met. And all is right with the world. As right as it can be. So that is my labor and delivery story. Let me let you guys meet my baby. I'll be right back. Okay, my baby is currently sleeping right now, so I can't show you her in the physical, but I will take some pictures and insert them so you guys can see her face. Again, if you've gotten this far, please like, comment, subscribe, smash that subscribe button. It helps my channel grow. And yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one.